Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 4 of our ranking the best 23 for every AFL team for the 2026 season. I'm your host, Matt Danger, joined here by the lovely uncle. How are you?
G'day, good. How you going?
Good.
Today we get the gripping conclusion
Oh,
to our series.
the great mini series.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, so today is part 4. Today we'll be ranking the bench as well as giving the final results of what we've come up with. Essentially what we've done is we're giving a numerical value based on the position of the 1 through 18. First we'll get 18 points, second we'll get 17, third we'll get 16, and go all the way down. And at the end I'll tell you guys who got the most points, and we'll work our way up from the 18th being the worst overall team that we think is on paper, and working our way up to the top. So we'll get into the bench right now. We'll start off with Adelaide: Taylor Walker, James Peatling, Wayne Miller, Luke Pedler, and Luke Nankervis. It's all right. It's all right there.
First cab off the rank, I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it'll definitely be beaten, but I don't think it'll be towards the bottom, which I'm happy with. I think it'll be somewhere in the middle. However, Brisbane though, as listed by the AFL, let's point this out. Listed by the AFL website, starting bench should be Darcy Wilmot, Kitty Coleman, Levi Ashcroft, Will Ashcroft, and Kai Lohman. They've got two-time Norm Smith medalist Will Ashcroft starting on the bench.
And a debutant on the ground. It's hard to fathom how they've worked this out, isn't it? Really.
It's definitely interesting, but I don't think there's much discussion to have with that one. I'll just move that slightly up.
That's great. Yeah, I can't see them being beaten. Not even seen the other teams yet. But
no. Carlton's, we've got Lockie Fogarty, Nick Newman, George Hewitt, Campbell Chesser, and Cooper Lord. I thought it was interesting that Hewitt was left out of the midfield. I thought that he was actually better than Cripps last year, so I thought that he was definitely going to be in their starting midfield somewhere, but nevertheless, not there. I would probably have it where it is. I think I'd rate Adelaide's bench better than Carlton's at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick Newman's coming back from an injury or two, so if he comes back to the form he showed before he got injured, he's in their best 23 for sure. But Adelaide's better for mine.
Moving on to Collingwood now. Dan Houston, Jack Crisp, Jeremy Howe, Jack Buller, and Will Parker. 3 good, 2 average. I'd probably put that above Adelaide's, maybe.
Yeah, Houston's interesting, isn't it? They spent heaps to getting there, and they can't find a spot for him on their best 23. I don't think that's right. I think he's in their best 23, but
he's got to be in their back one somewhere.
Yeah, and Crisp, probably above Adelaide.
Probably just, I think. Crisp. Essendon's, we've got Jacob Farrow, Matt Guelphy, Elijah Sartis, Jade Gresham, and Dyson Sharp. Very, very young bench, it seems. I'm happy personally to leave it there.
Yep, for sure.
Not much said for Essendon. Fremantle, Jai Amos, Michael Frederick, Carl Warner, Matthew Johnson, and Jaeger O'Meara. Very good. Very good.
It's okay. You think it's very good?
I think it's all right. I think it's kind of weird to think about Freo's starting forward line not having Jai Amos in there.
I think it's comparable to Adelaide. So for mine, it's better or worse than Adelaide. I think it's better than Carlton.
I'll put it. Yeah, it's either above or below Adelaide. So I'll take the bias out and leave you to fiddle around with that one.
I think, it's tight. I think it's really, really close between those two. Probably slightly under Adelaide.
Although I think it might get outdone by Geelong's. We got Mark O'Connor, James Warple, Brad Close, Jack Bowes, and Reece Stanley there. I think that's a pretty good bench. That's
comparable to Brisbane, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, it's probably just under Brisbane.
Probably just under. Warple played a decent game in the lead up. the preseason game the other day.
Yeah, and you've seen Hawthorn's midfield all year, so
Mm.
he's a good player, Warple.
Yeah. Gold Coast, though, we got Bodie Hewland, Joel Jeffries, Will Graham, Jake Rogers, and Leo Lombard.
Again, it doesn't make any sense to me. They've got Zeke Hewland on the ground who hasn't played a game yet. Bodie Hewland, who's very solid.
I thought he was very solid last year. He was
very solid.
He was my cash cow last year for the multis. He ticked off pretty much every game. He was good.
Joel Jeffrey, a bit hit and miss in the forward line, but can bob up. Will Graham's solid. Again, it's probably just under Adelaide. I think it's probably just under Freo as well.
Yeah, I think it's probably just under Freo's. GWS, we've got Lika Lear. Oh, what an absolute mess that was during trade period. Harry Ralston, Jake Riccardi, Toby McMullen, and Xavier O'Halloran. Decent again.
Yeah, but worse than Gold Coast. I think Gold Coast have got that 5 covered. Do you?
Yeah.
There's no one there that's really jumping out at me.
I'd put Gold Coast above. Would you put them underneath Carlton's as well?
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I'm thinking about Carlton's thinking George Hewitt, Nick Newman, Fogarty, Chess is hopeless. Lord, yeah, maybe GWS below Carlton, yeah.
Hawthorns, though, Jack Scrimshaw, Josh Ward, Cam McKenzie, Ned Reeves, and Harry Morrison. Definitely a young bench.
Yeah.
Ned Reeves pretty good. Jack Scrimshaw pretty good. Ward's pretty good. Surprising that he's not starting, but
yeah, I am. I like that as a bench. I think it's close to the top than the bottom.
I mean, I'll put it this way, Uncle. We can work from here because I think they're better than Adelaide's.
Yep.
But it's
younger than Collingwood, so Crispin Howe in their 30s, Buller, Parker, unknown. I'm probably leaning towards Hawthorns more as a 5 than Collingwood's as a 5. Houston probably better than all of them, and Crisp probably, but then I'd slot Hawthorns 5 above Howe even.
You'd put him above Howe?
Yeah, now. Yeah, it's hard to compare Collingwood because they're so old.
Yeah, they just kind of seem to keep going.
So, yeah, he's injury. I don't know. I think he's on the way down.
Definitely on the way down. I'd probably leave it just as it is.
Okay.
And probably, I would. Yeah, it's one of those Collingwood now, but in 12 months, you'd probably have Hawthorns above that. Melbourne's, we've got Tom Sparrow, Jack Steele, CJ, Jai Cully, and Tom McDonald. I actually think that's a rather decent bench. Looking at it, it's better. It's been better than every other field area that they've had.
I'm surprised Steele isn't in their midfield. I'm surprised CJ is not in their back line.
In the back line.
Yeah. It's better than some of the people they've named there. So that's not bad for me.
No.
Yeah,
that's above. For me, it's above Gold Coast for me.
Above Gold Coast, yeah, probably right. It's probably even close to Freo. Probably between Freo and Gold Coast.
North Melbourne, we've got Caleb Daniel, Luke Parker, Jack Darling, Jacob Constanti, and Cooper Trembath. So Constanti and Trembath they were draft picks, weren't they not?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But definitely just an aged other 3, isn't it?
3 old players and 2 no players.
Near
the bottom for me.
I thought Luke Parker and Darling were quite good last year. I thought Daniel had fallen off a bit.
I think you can see why North Melbourne is still another couple of years away, can't you? When you look at a bench like this.
Yeah, when you've got those Daniel Parker and Darling starting on your bench.
Yeah. They're relying on their best 23 a lot. It's probably between GWS and Essendon for me. I think it's better than Essendon's, but maybe above GWS even.
Yeah, I would think I would rather Carlton's over them.
Yeah.
But I think I would rather... I mean, it's probably just experience that's tipping it over GWS. Port Adelaide's, though, we got Miles Bergman, Willem Drew, Jackson Mead, Darcy Byrne-Jones, and Sound Powell Pepper. That's pretty good. That you get on. So many of them already. I think they're good B grade players.
Yeah, I mean that's what you want from your bench, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's 5 Bs, B pluses there, so that's as a bench team, that's pretty good. Probably compares to Melbourne, Freo, Adelaide, that sort of area. Yeah,
we'll put it here to start.
Here to
start, I think, and work our way up because
that's a look for me. Yeah, comparing that to Melbourne, it's close. So yeah, we'll see what else comes out.
Richmond's, we've got Nathan Broad, Dion Prestia, Lafau, Kane McAuliffe, and Luke Trainer. I'm surprised Dion Prestia is not in their starting midfield, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
And same with Nathan Broad being in their starting backline. But
didn't Nathan Broad play in the State of Origin game?
He did. He can't even make the best. He can't even make the starting 18.
I don't know. Someone at the AFL's on drugs. That's not right. So based on those two, it's probably better than a couple of them, but it really falls away after that.
Yeah, that's the problem is that
McCall Trainer. Yeah,
I'm even suggest above Essendon's for sure.
Not sure they can get them above.
No, because Lafau was actually quite good in the games that he played. I just remember he was injured, came back, had a good game, and then got injured. So he only played one game.
Yeah. It's a bit of a try. Who's that guy from Brisbane? Very similar. Just a good, honest sort of player without really setting the world on fire. Not horrible, but not really good either. So yeah, that's fine there.
St Kilda will have Rowan Marshall, Hugo Garcia, Marcus Windhager, Cooper Sharman, and Darcy Wilson. You got Rowan Marshall coming off the bench.
He's probably in the top 5 ruckman in the comp, and he's on the bench.
He's on the bench
for his club. Yeah, Windhager's pretty good too. Cooper Sharman's pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good interchange. Yeah, it's no Brisbane, but it's probably up in the air. Collingwood Hawthorn's probably better than Hawthorn's.
Would you have them above Collingwood's as well?
Yeah, probably. You probably could. Yeah, easy. Yep. Now that we put them up there, I'd still take Geelong's, I think, over St Kilda. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that sits well there.
Sydney's Braden Campbell, Dane Rampy, Hayden McLean, Angus Sheldrick, and Matt Roberts. Yeah, look, Roberts, Rampy, McLean, decent. Sheldrick's okay. Campbell's, I'm not too sure about.
Just okay.
It's not a name that really speaks out to me much. I reckon Port Adelaide's probably a bit too low there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well.
Sydney, sorry. Yeah.
I think it's under Port.
Above Freo, though?
But above Freo. Yeah, probably. I would probably have them above Freo. Yeah, that looks a better 5. Freos.
Yeah, as a 5, we're next to each other for sure. West Coast, though, we got Liam Duggan, Tim Kelly, Archer Reid, Devon Robertson, and Bo Allen.
Tim Kelly. Wow, you can't even get into the West Coast midfield.
Starting midfield, jeez.
Crazy.
What a fall. What a fall from grace. Was Devon Robertson come from Brisbane? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the one that blew up Instagram when he got his shirt ripped off.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
I
think it's above Richmond.
Yeah, I think it's above Richmond. I don't think it gets above GWS's though.
No, we can't get higher than that. No.
Yeah, and finally, Western Bulldogs with Riley Sanders, Josh Dolan, Latham Vandermeer, Oscar Baker, and Buku Karmas. I love me some Buku. I think it's decent. I think it's solid.
Yeah. Yep.
Middle without being too high up for it to be honest. I don't think there's any A graders on that midfield. On that bench.
No.
It's probably C pluses and Bs, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So Port Adelaide, Sydney area.
I think I would rather Freo's.
Yeah, I'm just going to add. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Yep.
I think
Better than Melbourne's.
it's
I mean, Jack Steele's pretty good
Jack
for Melbourne. It
Steele's
falls away pretty
Tom
sharply
Gold.
after that.
Well, we fiddled around a little bit. We did a little bit of fiddling during with Port Adelaide as well, but we have moved Carlton up. So, bottom to top, we've got Essendon, Richmond, West Coast. GWS ranking quite low for us, which is a bit surprising. A lot of people have them finishing quite high for the year. North Melbourne, Gold Coast as well. I think they have a good 18, but their bench and their depth players probably fall off a little bit. Carlton, we've snuck them up, as we just said. Melbourne's bench looks pretty decent. And then we get into the middle of the ground with Bulldogs, Freo, Sydney, Port Adelaide, obviously making their little way up as well. Adelaide's, Hawthorns, Collingwood's, St Kilda's ranking quite highly. Geelong and Brisbane gets left untouched. I think it's probably that top three of Brisbane, Geelong, and St Kilda. Maybe even just Brisbane and Geelong. Then everyone else's benches, you've got gaps there. I think Brisbane and Geelong will be probably. I'm locking them in for top 4 this year based off that, based on what we've seen. All right, well, now to the final results. Well, the results are in, Uncle. The results are in as we've gone through all 4 categories. Your defenders, your forward lines, your midfielders, and your bench. We've given them the numerical values, worked it out, total points. So total points, 18 by 4, easy math. 72 is the most you can get, and 4 is the least you can get. So coming last. I'll fix my.
So the higher the score, the better the score.
Yeah, the higher the score, the better. So if you finish top in any of our characters, number 1 place, you will get 18 points. Second, you'll get 17. Work your way down. So your bottom spot, 18th spot, will get 1 point. So, without further ado, 18th, the worst team on paper, according to 2 blokes on YouTube, is West Coast Eagles with 8 points. 8 points. The best they got was 3rd last, and that was on the bench. They got 2 second last and a last. So, could be another long year for the West Coast Eagles fans.
I don't think anyone will be too surprised by that.
No. And coming in second last, though, with just 9 points, so only 1 point better, is Richmond. Richmond, yeah, okay. So, no surprises. No surprises, you would have thought. I am kind of surprised, though, how close they were on points. But that could just be... I think Richmond will have a much better year than what West Coast year is going to be, though. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Third last, fifth, coming in, 16th with 15 points. So a bit of a gap between the two now is Essendon.
Okay.
Essendon. Above them, coming in at 15th, 20 points, is Melbourne.
Yeah, I think those 4 would be pretty much bottom 4. Maybe Port Adelaide, but we'll see where they sit in our ladder.
Mm-hmm. Well, above them, finishing at 14th with 24 points, technically equal. So equal 13th with 24 is North Melbourne and Carlton.
Wow, okay.
Yep. Both of them not doing quite well. Carlton's top points was 7 in the defensive and on the bench. North Melbourne had 8 there in the forward line. But coming in at 12th spot with 28 points is Port Adelaide. Okay. It's not too bad there, but I don't know. I think that's probably, if you would look at the bottom 7, I would say that would be the bottom 7. I don't think there's no real surprises, maybe just the order of things, but little bit of a jump now. So Port Adelaide with 28, 11th spot is with 39 points is GWS. So Yeah, they had a bit of a drop off, especially for their bench in their midfield. Midfield might have gotten a little bit low. They got 7 points for their midfield, so we'll see how they actually end up going.
Well, that's interesting because it's the final 10 now, so
Yes,
choose
yeah,
the rest to not make the
to
finals.
not make the finals.
And we picked the side before all these injuries have happened at the start of the year, so doesn't look good for them.
No. Coming in at 10th spot, making the top 10 with 40 points, so just 1 point between them, was the Gold Coast Suns. That's probably the big surprise, just ranking so low and only 1 point above GWS as well. As we have a little look through, they got their bench is what really threw them down. They're only getting 6 points, whereas they were averaging 11 points or so before then. So the next three though, so tied spot for 7th, 8th, and 9th with 47 points. The next three are Bulldogs, St Kilda, and Fremantle.
Okay.
So pretty good. St Kilda jumped up quite a lot on their ladder position. I reckon they will this year with all the money. Well. They've recruited very nicely. So we'll see how they end up going. Fremantle, Bulldogs, and you could even throw in. We can't really throw in Gold Coast. I guess they were 7 points clear, but only 1 point above this lot. Now finishing in 6th spot is Sydney with 48 points. I think that's quite fair. I think that they'll be the mix around that between say 5 to 9. I reckon. Finishing just 1 spot outside the top 4 with 51 points is Adelaide. So your top 4 now will be somewhere. You could probably guess it if you do the
You probably think that with Adelaide too. They'll have a harder draw this year.
Yeah.
You probably expect them to finish mid of that final series, so that's probably about right.
Yeah, I think that they'll finish 6th probably, and with a good year, I think that they'll winning a couple upsets. I think that they'll finish 5th, maybe sneak into a 4th, but I don't really see them sneaking into the top 4 again. But going into the top 4 now, 55 points. 4th space is Hawthorn. If you're counting down with us, you'll know that there's probably a team that's quite surprising you to be inside the top 3, and that is the next team with 58 points. It's Collingwood. I wasn't expecting them to be top 3, but looking across the board, their worst is the forward line, but they've got a good defense, good midfield, and good bench. I think that's probably right. It's just age is the bigger question mark, which I think a lot of people have for them.
That's the query over them, isn't it? Their age.
Yeah. I have queried a Collingwood supporter, and they said, I got no idea where they're going to end up. And I said, yeah, because I could see them finishing top 4. I could see them finishing outside the top 10, depending on the age factor. But the top 2 will be with 60 points in 2nd spot and 64 points for top spot will be Geelong and Brisbane. So Brisbane finishing our top spot on paper for us for the year. I think that's probably pretty correct in terms of your top 2. Collingwood surprises me being that high up. Hawthorn I expect to be top 4. Before this, I would have put Gold Coast in the top 4 and put Collingwood down where Gold Coast are.
You could swap the two of them around, really, couldn't you?
Yeah. It's pretty good. Oh, well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us along this... Sorry?
How are we going to go?
How are we? Yeah, could be interesting. Now, this is just a neutral venue on paper. You got to think about all the double ups that the other teams have had. But I am going to probably use this mostly to do my tipping all games before round 1 video next week. Should be in a couple of days' time by the time this one goes out. So make sure to join us for that one. Thank you all for joining us for the mini-series that we've done, ranking all the positions for the best 23. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any feedback for us, just let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe for some watch-alongs that'll be starting in the next couple of weeks with opening round and round 1. So we'll catch you guys then. Thank you all. Bye.
See ya. Bye.